There's no way. Cool. Like you say that like I should be ashamed. Oh, it's CRI Friday, so they have other instructors paying in place of Bob.
Oh, because they're talking to. They're really good.
Stop fools. If anyone's hopping in right now, we'll be paying in just a couple minutes. We're just gonna let people roll in for a little bit. So cheers. See you guys in a few. We are live, 45 seconds in. My second coffee, I think, is brewed. I had the death wish and then have stealing it. Oh, you're using the brown stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris,
Use as much as you want, because I probably won't use it.
I'm not doing a damn thing, but if you need to feel like.
Yep.
But I should be dressed and decent, yeah.
I think those might be clean because they're pretty warm.
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know. Like,
Clean or dirty?
They're clean. I probably.
Doing upload is going strong. Soft fools. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. I guess you're not even triggering my mic. Good.
I did see.
Alright, well, hi guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm Bob the Veteran, you know how we do. We got the fro, got the stash, that one's real. Today we're going to be painting a little bit of a... Is this my crotch cam? Wow, it is a crotch cam! I didn't even intend on that! This was just supposed to be a paint the thing cam, but you guys are totally gonna get it. Oh, I'm like one of those, you know, one of those chicks on Twitch, except it's just my... It's a booty cam! Yeah. Anyways. Booty cam, crotch cam, you know how it is. Again, those viewers. Today, we're going to be painting a New Day's Dawn by Bob Ross. He did this in his later season, season 20. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be rough. Bless you. You heard me. Because today we are using 8, 9, 10, 11 colors plus a couple of our liquid materials. Our liquid black, our liquid white, and our liquid clear. I've never used these all in combination before. I've never used so many colors on the canvas. So this could be pretty crazy. Of course, I usually got my 2-inch brush. One for this cam, one for that cam, you know. This will be the first time I've ever used Bob Ross's oval bristle brush. It really doesn't look much different from his 1-inch brush. It's just a little curve right there. I think that'll make bushes and shit look super nice. Got the fan brush, pretty typical. Kept it pretty clean, so it's pretty good. I think we'll use a lot of that. The script line for just, you know, some occasional little tres. Got my normal knives too. This is his number 10 knife. I use this for just about everything. I have a backup number 5 and a ton of other brushes off screen. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. As you can see, up right here, we have all of our colors and tools. There's a cow. Remember Hannah the cow? She's from an old episode. She's a cow.
I'm a cat.
She's a cow.
No,
Get
you're
it right.
not. She's my cat.
Cow. Oh, Chris. What was I doing? Yes, we have all of our colors up here today. You can see there's a fuck ton of them. We have a couple of our tools down here today. I think I got them all. We got Bob Ross right there, which I will be referencing a lot today because I've never done this. I'm going to be learning alongside him. And down here we have my accidental crotch cam, but it's actually supposed to be my lower cam, so maybe you guys can actually follow along with the paints and stuff I'm mixing. You see how that's kind of on there? See my brushes, and actually maybe see me beat the devil out of it live for the first time ever. It's gonna be great. Crotch cam, yeah. Hi Hanaday, welcome to the stream. Hi. So Oh, and if you hear voices from the great beyond that you don't recognize, that's my mom. She's off camera right now, but she is visiting.
So stoked.
And yes, she's stoked.
I am so stoked.
We're all stoked. Oh, so I'm gonna throw this aside for now. Bob Ross does some crazy. Yeah, Mama Bob. That's what we need to actually make your Twitch
You're
handle.
so gross.
I'm gonna call you Mama Bob instead. So I'm gonna start. Damn it. I'm gonna start off putting down our liquid layer. So what Bob does right at the beginning, he puts down a liquid white / liquid clear. You can kind of see right there. I miss you. Free my. I'm not gonna say that out loud, but that sounds like Ray. Hi. I miss you too. Who the heck is that? I'm not gonna say that out loud. What the hell? Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna do a liquid clear / liquid white mixture right here. The liquid clear is supposedly going to make all this stuff really transparent of colors, and then the liquid white will allow some of the colors I put on to become a lot lighter at the same time. If you just use the liquid clear, the colors are going to be normal as usual. Now you put these down first because if you just have a dry canvas, paint's going to stick to it. It's going to be hard to blend. It's going to suck. Mysterious. I don't know whose account I'm on. Oh, J-Ham. What's up, J-Ham? How's it going, man? Yeah, it's the first time I've seen your handle on here. Welcome to the stream. And then we're going to put down a little bit of a liquid black down here. So we need this to be a big slick surface. I've never mixed liquid white with liquid clear together. This is really weird. I mean, this is 20 seasons into Bob. I don't know what the hell he's thinking, but we're gonna try. So I don't know if this crotch cam or anything is actually gonna work, but I'm gonna pour a little bit of my liquid white down here. Probably not much. I wonder if you could see. You probably could. If you see someone crawling, that's my mom trying to avoid being on camera. Crawling around like a bear.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, I'm calling you out on
I
it.
am dying right now.
And I'm gonna take some of my liquid clear, and he says a mixture. I don't know if he does down here, so I'm literally going to mix my clear in with my white and hope for the best. Like I said, this is gonna be a really tricky episode. Bob does not explain things as well. He just he goes in with the colors. So bless up, basically. Got my liquid clear and my liquid white. I'm gonna straight up just mix that right here. I'm gonna mix it with my brush. I can actually see, I don't know if you guys can very well, but it's definitely not as thick on my my brush as it normally is. I'm just gonna go ahead and start kind of crisscrossing and putting that in. Normally, Bob explains very hard that you really do not want much here. I probably already have almost too much to deal with here. This is a lot, but we can fix that now. I think I've done this for long enough now to finally understand how thin it is, but I haven't done anything like this in a while. So we're really hoping for the best here. You probably can't really see it too well on the camera, but I can with all the lights. I can see that this stuff is shiny and glossy. I'm just gonna kind of bring in an oval shape like he has, because he has all of his blacks down here, and there's all his whites up like this. One thing that I learned is that if I think I have too much of that on there, I got extra brushes off screen that I don't really care about. You can just grab another brush and just go in and lift it up with a drier brush. It's dry, that should take up all the extra that I have on here, or at least some of it, so I don't have too much on here. I think that's not bad. That's a little mixture, goes up all the way. I'm just gonna put it to the side or on the ground. On the ground's fine too. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's get some liquid black too. I'm gonna kind of open that up over here all one-handed. Oh, I've never opened this before. This is our first time with liquid black. I know my mom's trying to be mysterious and all, but she's definitely crawling like a bear again. I'm not gonna let her get away with it. She hates me. So I'm just gonna get some of my liquid black and pour it down here as well. I don't need much. which explains these bottles. There's really not a lot in these bottles, and I understand why now. You'd think you'd go through it so fast, but you really don't. So just gonna use my same brush, grab that liquid clear or the liquid black on it. That did not work. That did not do at all what I wanted to. I'm not gonna use that brush for this. Oh, it's probably because it already has a bunch of shit on it. Let's see if we can fix it rather than forgetting it. I'm gonna open up my paint thinner. I'm gonna get some of the shit off. Just grind it all into here. Get it off. Got a little grate at the bottom of my paint thinner bucket that helps get the paint off. Rub that out. Go down here. Beat the devil out of it. Got a nice dry brush now. Let's try this again.
Why are you beating it?
That's the only way to get it dry. Kind of like how water and oil don't mix. It's the
Yeah.
same kind of thing. So I'm putting the paint thinner on it. Oh, that's why it's so liquidy. I think I have to shake the stuff first. It's really separated. The Magic Black is literally just black paint and thinner pre-mixed together. The reason my stuff came out so thin is because the thinner and the black paint in here had separated on their own. So I just had to shake it, get all that stuff together. And that's the same reason why I can dry off the brushes, because I have paint on the brush, and then I'm putting thinner on it. It's allowing them to kind of separate. And now theoretically, when I go back at this, yes, there's that black I was trying to get. I couldn't before. Fortunately, got a lot of thinner in this bottom corner now, but hopefully I can kind of make up for that. So I'm just gonna apply this shit pretty liberally. You can see just how thin it is. It's not like those gessos that we put down in the other episodes, where they're just very thick, they're pure pigment. This is thinner in it. So it's coming on really thin. I'm just gonna kind of blend this around for a little bit. Got nothing but time here. I'm just bored. Hurry up and move up here. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. When are you coming up here, J-Ham? I heard you got a lot of success back home. You're getting your shit together. Has your mic always been on your easel? Every brushstroke is eerie. I don't know if it's, well,
Can it reach from the counter?
I can put it up here. Let me know how it sounds, because it's gonna be behind. My voice is gonna be blocked.
Oh yeah.
But let me know if it's
It was
different.
just like every single.
That's kind of Bob Ross. But if it's
Yeah,
ear rape,
Yeah,
then that's really
it
bad.
was done in it.
Thank you for monitoring that. Appreciate that.
I want a monitor.
Really, really thin. It's a lot thinner than I expected, but I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. There we go. I don't know how he got his so nice and thin on there. I feel like part of my issue, is that maybe there's just too much on there again. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take some of the paint off my second brush, go down here. Dry off my brush a little bit. Now that it's dry, I'm gonna go in and maybe try to get rid of some of the excess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Hard to tell. Could be a long episode for sure. Set that on the side. Hey, Schmuckleberry, welcome back. How's it going, man? Or woman? I still don't know. Schmuckle, were you the one I was looking at your paintings on Instagram last week? I'm pretty sure that was you. That we ended up following each other. Your cabins and all that. That shit was great, man. Really good stuff in there. If that was you. I'm pretty sure that was you. I don't have the best memory.
I'm loving it.
Gonna throw more of this liquid in here. I already have a feeling I'm using too much, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Look at that, it's so much darker now. I just have so many more brush strokes than he does. Which is the only thing I was concerned about. His just looks so wispy. Mine looks so watery, and I'm afraid there's so much paint thinner in here, it's not gonna get thick enough for other paints to attach to. Know what I mean? I'm really worried about that. This one may not turn out well. Such a weird start for one. Yeah, that's me. Thank you for the kind words. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely thought it was. You've been with me in just about every single one of my streams so far. I think I've done like 4 or 5 now. I do greatly appreciate you coming back for all of these. I love having return people that are interested in what I'm doing. I think I've worked this thing to death at this point. It's not super dark in this bottom corner like I hoped. But I don't want to get too carried away with trying to perfect something that may never get perfected. So I'm going to go ahead and set that over there, out of camera. I'm going to dry off my brushes. Get them back into painting quality. They got so much thinner and stuff on them. I'm already making a giant mess. Dry-ish. I think I already did this one too. That's nice and dry too. Go ahead and get all my liquid stuffs out of the way too. I just don't want to deal with a lot of it, you know? Getting paint everywhere. Yeah. 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 Okay. Mind me, guys. I'm usually a bit more drunk when I do this too, and a bit more relaxed. We're trying something new this time.
Yeah, your mommy present.
Yeah. I gotta behave.
I love it.
Okay. I didn't get a super good computer set this time, so let's watch Bob. See what he's doing.
Just sort of
Start from the beginning.
Hi, welcome back. I'm glad you could join me today. And today I have one of my little friends here that's having lunch while we're doing this, so I thought I'd share her with you. This
Cute little squirrel.
baby fox squirrel, and she's just having a little lunch with me.
Yeah, she
Ooh,
is.
what's there? Too much? Huh?
Much?
There. Isn't she
Much
something?
little squirrel?
She's only a few weeks old
Oh,
and just as cute as a button.
cute little
Thought
squirrel.
I'd show her to you today. There. Alrighty. Enough of that. This is just one of my many friends. I'm going to set her down, and we'll get started here. Okay, if I can get her off my shirt. There. They have about 9,000 claws, and they can all seem to grab you at once. Alrighty, tell you what. Come on up to the canvas. Let me show you what I've got done today. Today
Oh,
we have
yeah.
a standard
Sweet,
old
sweet
18
coffee
by
this time.
24-inch canvas, or any size that you
My
want.
trees are gonna be like, nah.
I've done something a little bit different.
Caffeinated.
I've taken, in this area up here, the white area, this is a mixture of liquid clear and liquid white. I put the
Let's
clear
see if that
in
actually
to
worked
add
out
some
for me. I did the same thing.
transparency
I should have brought more of
today.
my
The rest
black
of
up in here, it
just
looks like.
covered with a little bit of
I
liquid
could probably
white.
still can.
And just sort of swirl it around a little bit. Just sort of let them blend together. So we got liquid white and liquid clear mixture and liquid black, and just blend together. So let's just have some fun. I think we'll just do a happy little thing.
Okay.
Now, if you
Now
don't
we get
have
real
all
with
three of
Bob.
these mediums, what you can do this with liquid white, but you won't have the transparency, and the bottom will be a little bit more difficult, but you could do it. Let's go into a tiny, tiny little bit of the yellow ochre.
Cool. Now it's time for me to get all my paints in order. Bob does all this stuff off camera because he's got 20 minutes. I like to show everything I do on camera because I like to bore you guys to death. I like to keep you here as long as I can. Kind of an asshole. Well, that's how I do. That's how I do. So, I got one Bob's giant palettes. They're great. I mean, you can get paper plates that work just as well, but I love this thing. It gives me so much room to work with. And I'm going to put all my colors onto my palette in the same way he does, in the same order. The way that he writes them out on screen is the order that he actually puts them onto his palette. I like to grab a fair chunk of titanium white. I tend to use a lot of that. The one problem with trying to do this on camera is I'm more or less doing it one-handed. How about we go down here this time, since they got the little crotch cam, to do things a little bit differently. So, dibs on Bob. Ooh. I'm gonna put a little bit of my phthalo blue. Really? Phthalo blue first? Bob? Okay. I don't think he uses much of that, so I'm just gonna do a little dab of it. I'm gonna throw the paints I'm done with on the bottom. A little bit of our midnight black. He probably uses quite a bit of that, but we're gonna have a lot of dark colors, so we may actually not need too many because that stuff mixes together. It's fine. It's fine. Get a little space over here. We're gonna put in a little dark sienna, one of our browns. We got 2 browns. Sometimes he has a third type of brown, like a burnt umber, that I think he only has in his soft color series, which he uses for like flowers and shit. I've never watched that series. Van Dyke brown. We'll get a nice little dab of that too. If you get these, a little dab of that. If you get these paints on his website or even on Amazon, they're expensive. They can be like maybe $17 per carton like this. If you look very carefully, you can find a giant one of this for $1 each. You gotta look for it. We can take a little bit of our sap green. This uses a lot of colors. I'm afraid of having so many colors on here. It's a lot to clean. It's a lot to bring together. It's a lot of mixing room. We're just gonna hope for the best. Cadmium yellow. This is our brightest yellow that we have. Let me put that down kind of towards this bottom edge here. Dab of that. Yellow ochre. You can see he has like all of his yellows really close to me, and you'll see why. He ends up blending a good chunk of them together often. So it keeps them nice and close, so it's really easy just to kind of spread one into the other. Last one here is our Indian yellow. Put that there. So we basically have 3 different yellowy, pooish colors. You may have seen these colors before if you've ever been to Taco Bell. They come in there. And maybe not at the restaurant itself, but definitely after you get it. And a little blood red to go with that Taco Bell color. It's gonna hurt on the way out. We actually probably won't use very much red. I probably use too much of it, but that's fine. Cool. We are all colored up. I got some dry-ish brushes here. Very, very wet canvas. I hope this works out. This is gonna be crazy. Let's go ahead and play Bob and see what he does for a little bit here.
It would be a little bit more difficult, but you could do it.
He could do it.
Let's go into a tiny, tiny little bit of the yellow ochre.
Yellow ochre in the
A
middle.
little cad yellow into it. Just mix them up together here.
Out of that yellow,
Like
go
so. And
down.
we're going to run all the colors across the screen, so you'll know exactly what we're using.
Again, kind of lightly,
There.
but fully filling up the edge of his brush there.
Let's make a big decision. Maybe right up in here we'll
Put down
just
our
a little
yellow.
bit of this color. And just blend a little bit of it.
Try to do the same thing. Woo! I'm following! Hey man, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Definitely helps me out. Look at all these colors on my canvas. Thank you very, very much, boss. Alright, let's go. I'm just gonna try to be light and gentle with these colors. One thing is you don't want to mix too much in there. Too much paint is gonna make just this all a nightmare. It really is. I'm just trying to like pull these down on top of each other. And trying to get my brush fairly full with it. Same thing. I'm just gonna start in the middle here and just kind of make a wishy-washy circle-esque thing. Like that, circle-esque thing. Look at that. That was easy. Gosh, I should have brought my mouse and stuff all the way over here. Maybe I still can. Let's see if I can do this without making life too messy for us.
It on.
Bam!
Something like
Yeah, wireless.
just using little crisscross strokes, little X's.
Little X's.
And then, not even going to clean the brush, but I'm going to go right into a small amount of alizarin crimson.
I'm not even gonna clean the damn
Crimson's
brush.
strong enough.
Bro.
You don't have to clean the brush. It'll go right over it. There.
Bro.
Let's just go right around the edges here.
That's true though. It is going right in there.
Just add a little touch of that crimson.
Little touch, okay.
There. And let it blend outward. We don't want to go back into this bright color. We want to save that. Just let this blend right on.
That red separate from our nice yellow there.
There we go.
Little X's. Man, his looks so much drier though. I feel like mine's gonna be very wet and very difficult to work with already.
Now then, take a little bit of the crimson and dark sienna. Still using the same brush. Haven't washed it yet.
And go mostly crimson. Yeah,
Mostly
mine is so red.
sienna. And I'm gonna come right around these.
Hey, hold up, Bob. Mine's so wet. But he uses the liquid, so I don't know. Don't know. We'll see. First time for everything. Not expecting to be perfect on the first go. And then, I'm sorry, what did he just go into? One of his weird browns or whatever. Sup, Guitar? You got a question? What is happening? Before you became Bob the Veteran, who were you?
Mostly those.
I was Bobby the Veteran.
And I'm gonna come right around
I was but a
these.
child.
This area. And
Ah, there was no life before Bob.
now this will begin.
It all started with Bob.
Now then, take a little bit of the crimson and dark sienna.
Oh, crimson to dark sienna. Not the darkest of the browns, the lighter of the browns. We're just gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna try to take some of that brown right off the edge. Grab some more of my crimson, but mostly sienna. That's the main color I want. We'll watch him
Still
have some
using
fun
the
with
same
it.
brush. Haven't washed it yet. Mostly.
Got a lot of paint on here.
Dark sienna. And I'm gonna come right around these. This area. And just begin blending it out. Now this will begin mixing with the liquid black. A little bit darker.
It says it's gonna mix that with the black, so mine's just gonna. Fuck, I don't even know what mine's gonna do. Mine is so wet.
Then over here, a little
So
bit
thin.
more. This is just mainly dark sienna with a little bit of a living
Mine's
crimson.
gonna turn out a lot different than his. Tell already.
Hope you like the little squirrel. I'm so crazy
Looks like
about
it's
these
kind of
little
darker over
squirrels.
there as it blends into the black up on the edge.
They are absolutely precious. We have 4 of them here in the studio today. They came from
You
down
had
in
to be.
Muncie.
Yep, that was Bob from the beginning, my friend.
Care of these little fellows when they've been
Always Bob.
And I think she's doing a fantastic.
Actually, if you pay close attention to my first stream, you'll know that I wasn't.
Now then, let's watch.
But you'd have to go
it.
research that. You have to find that yourself.
Just scrub it. There is cream down in the bottom.
So
of the
wet.
pan.
Mine is
Scrub it.
so wet in
This is
comparison.
enough to remove the paint. We'll shake off excess and
Oh, I can do that. Here. Got a little grate at the bottom of here. We'll rub that against, take it off. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do mine in a bucket because I don't like getting paint everywhere. It doesn't really help, honestly. If you looked at my floors, they're pretty bad. All right, let's look at Bob's masterpiece, and let's look at my masterpiece. Whatever. He dried it off. Let's see what he does.
and just beat the devil out of it.
I did, Bob.
Now then, with a nice clean and dry brush, be sure it's dry though. It needs to be dry. We want to start blending this.
Okay, yeah, exactly what I was about to do.
You want to blend it till you can't tell where one color stops and the color starts.
It's gonna be a little bit difficult for mine just because
Now,
it's
sometimes
so
when you
wet.
blend these little paintings, you like to make this area
Oh.
here brighter, shiny. There.
Mine's gonna take a while. I got a really, really wet canvas today. Which means I start off like I guessed, using too much of that liquid white and liquid clear. I really do need such a delicate amount. I have been quite, figure that out. In fact, I keep going back into these browns too. I need to start with the lighters. That's why I'm having such issues here. Oh yeah. Who's forever? If I had to guess, I'd probably guess something like Chris. What? How'd you find out that name? What? Oh, no, you'll have my identity. Yes, I was a Chris before I was a Bob. That's a name I've not heard in a long, long time. Different life back then. Man, it's so wet. So I'm supposed to be playing this until I can't tell where one begins and the other ends. Step back a little bit. Definitely not happening. And I don't really think it's gonna happen. It's just such a wet canvas. Can't really get it dry. So we're just gonna hope for the best today. What were you before you were a guitara?
So I tell you what, I have several brushes going. Let me just grab another clean.
Captain Keg in the ring. Hey Dad, how's it going? Need something quick. It looks like the bomb of a well looking up.
A little in there.
Yeah, it kind of does.
And right in here, we'll start with the white
Oh no!
and just begin blending and blending and blending and blending. Start from the light area.
Oh yeah, blend that shit in, Bob. Yeah, we're just gonna take a little bit of that white like Bob does. We're just gonna, get a little bit on the brush. It's no big deal. We're just gonna, we want this area to be a little bit brighter. So we're just gonna put that in there and blend it out and watch all that brightness that we want to put in just disappear right away because, that didn't do it all what I wanted to do. That's fine. It's my own little world. Doesn't rarely ever actually work out the way you want it to. It's fine. Thanks for coming in, Dad. Definitely appreciate it. I got friends and family all over the world. Some right by me, some far away. Now since I have this dark brush, I still want that area a little bit wider. I'm just gonna keep on getting paints all over the kitchen. Go. Let's just grab a little bit more of that white now that I got this dryish brush. Dryish. Put that in here. Shouldn't have gone back into my white with that, but same thing. I'm just gonna work it to death. Mixing mud. Oh, really mixing mud. This is gonna be a very special painting, that's for sure. It's so wet. So wet. That should be, if I ever get a little emojis, that's the first thing. So wet. How come your house guest isn't painting? My house guest sat this one out. She's a little tired. We're gonna have a lot of paint sessions actually. So tomorrow, we should actually have a pretty big crowd of people painting. And we'll probably do something a little bit simpler, maybe 4 or 5 people. And then my house guest, my mom, is going to do a one-on-one with me too. So we're gonna do a lot of paints. This one is really spur of the moment. I was setting it up. I wasn't really in the mood to paint, but then I had a little coffee. Everything was pretty great back then. Oh, don't want to go into my dark with that. You must revive Chris from the ashes. Maybe. Tara, I'm in the military, so I haven't heard my first name in a really, really long time. You don't hear it often. But Bob kind of suits me, God damn it, Bob. That's what Bob does.
Now this will really.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of funky little brush strokes in mine.
And you can do this as
These are all learning lessons, and that's why I like to do them on camera. I like to look back and see, why was mine so different? Look at him, he did those upwards and downward strokes too at the end there. I don't know if that's gonna work well for mine, but mine may blend just too much. Fuck, we'll find out. It kind of worked. It wasn't too bad. You want to bring that brown into there? It just did. Mine's just too wet, so I'm gonna have to be extra careful with them. Note that he's only being the devil once, and I've done it like 1,000 times now. But because that's just what I have to do. Because it's so wet, I can't afford to bring my my dark colors back into my white. Like if I kept going in there with this, after doing that, my browns would go into here, and my entire light source would just disappear right away. That's fine. Totally fine. I'm gonna try to gently just get rid of some of these brush strokes. He's working a little bit, not gonna lie. Not perfect. Doesn't have to be. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna clean this off one last time, and then we'll go on with whatever Bob's doing. Y'all see me play around with this for too long. Too long! Moist. Yes. Yes, very moist canvas.
But now when you're doing this, sometimes step back and take a look-see at your painting. It's very difficult when you're standing real close to it to tell if you haven't blended it.
Thank God.
You want it to be very soft. You don't want to see distinct lines in here.
I actually think I did manage to get a lot of those lines out. I see a lot of my brush strokes.
Business.
I did get the colors to blend a little bit better into each other.
Let's just have some fun. We'll go right into this dark sienna. I'm just going to tap the top bristles.
Dark sienna
just
again?
tap it. Right into a little touch of that dark sienna. Let's go back up here. And with this, let's begin putting in the indication here and there and here,
Okay.
of some little shapes, the little bushes and trees that live way back in the distance. We're not looking for detail. We'll put
do that
detail
too.
in the foreground.
Look at me, Bob. I can do that too.
Just the indication of little things happening. Let your imagination go.
You like being the shit out of things? I like being the shit out of things. I can fucking
Up in here.
tap this canvas all day long. I don't care.
Just
Mine's just gonna be really, my stuff is not gonna blend as well because it is so wet.
When we can put that liquid clear in
A
the
lot of my layers are going to disappear in comparison to
just a
his.
little more transparent. Just a little more transparent. I've added a touch of Van Dyke brown to the
Yeah,
color now.
we'll do the same thing. Let's get some of
I
that
want to get a little bit
darker
more,
brown in there.
but not much. Just enough so it stands out a little bit. Maybe we'll have some nice tree shapes.
Try to get some darker areas in the corner there.
With yellow, so
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking
let's
just
take our little liner brush.
fucking colors everywhere.
Little paint thinner. Get a little more of the thinner.
It's something.
A lot of paint thinner though. This should be a
Using a lot of paint thinner, I'm scared to do that because I have so much already.
run. See how it just drips?
But we'll do it.
Very, very thin, okay?
Same thing.
Now then, here and there,
There.
I'm just going to put the indication
Like water.
of a little trunk or a stem or whatever. Some little tree shapes here and there. Just to break it up.
I'll go more.
A few up in here.
I don't know how well mine will stand out. That's fine.
When things are far,
It is
far
what it
away,
is.
you don't want to be able to see a lot of detail.
Guarantee you this won't be the first time I ever paint this.
All right, now then, wash the old brush and the liner brush.
A lot of them don't even appear.
Put it on a paper towel.
Canvas is just
Wash.
way too wet
Let's use our
today.
little oval brush today. What the heck?
Fine.
It's easy to tell.
Hope you
with
really
an
paint
oval
back
brush
there.
has a black handle on it. All right, we'll take a little yellow.
Well,
Go away.
Bob, hold on for a second while I figure out where in all this glistening shit is my mystic trees.
Oh, Bob, no. Bob, you ruined it. Ruined it, Bob. No. How could you?
Fuck. There we go. There we go. The bigger risk, the bigger the reward. Go crazy with that brush. Yeah, boy. Only time is your first. Yes. First time I'm doing this. I knew this one's gonna be really complicated going into it too. I just didn't know it would get so complicated for me so early on.
Get a touch of in the liner brush. All I do is just wipe it on a paper towel after.
Yeah, he wipes it out on a paper towel. He doesn't give a shit about anything. He just gets some thinner in there. He's like, whatever. Just wipe that off of my paper towel. It's dry. It's fine. Make sure my brushes are dry for this next step because I'm pretty sure we're going into some yellow. We don't want all this poo color in there. Only thing worse than the color yellow is the color brown. Whoa! That sounded racist. Put me on that. Please. Pretty sure I just painted our entire bar stool there, so that's fine.
I washed it. Let's use our little oval brush today. What the heck?
Oval brush! Oh! I didn't even need that!
Handle on it.
Oval!
All right, we'll take a little yellow. Be right back. Don't go away. Get a touch of the sap green here.
You hear that?
Okay, now to load this
Hold on,
brush,
I'll be
give it
right
a little
back.
push. Just give it a little push. Get a little touch of the yellow ochre. I don't want a lot of color, just enough to.
It's too much because I've already made
yellow here and there too.
a really crazy fucking color.
All you got to do with this little brush is just tap. Just tap, and we can begin making.
Yep, I've definitely used way too much there already.
trees and bushes that live way back here.
Yep, fuck that up.
Lighter, lighter,
That's fine. We're doing green trees instead.
little bit of the bright red here and there too. Tiniest. Just decide where
Gonna
you
tap
want this.
in some of these trees they can't even see. It's fine. A little oval brush. It's fine. It's fine. Fine.
Now then a little bit more.
Okay, a little bit more of this poo color I made over here. We'll put that.
And when you're doing this, just sort of look around and decide where you think
That
you're
right
gonna
over
be
here.
happy living, and that's where you should be.
Right over
Where you
there.
should be. I'm
Yeah.
still just using the same colors, just varying them back and forth. Have a little touch of the sap green, a little cad yellow, yellow ochre, a little touch of Indian yellow even.
Yeah, let's get a little touch of Indian in there.
Once in a while.
I like to touch a little Indians every now and then.
A bright red. Don't much though, so strong. And
You can't really tell though, because my campus is so fucking wet.
I want.
You can't even tell that these are trees. You can't even tell that anything's supposed to be here. You can't even tell that I'm gonna take a little bit of this bright red. They said you should never use all this bright red. Doesn't matter. You can't even tell.
Creatures live, little bunny rabbits live back.
Can't even tell that I fucked it up already. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. Campus is so wet. God damn it, Bob.
Side.
You can't tell shit. It's just mud.
Put something over here.
I fucked up.
Take,
Fucked up.
let's keep a lot of this
Fine.
in brown tone stay. That's so pretty. Nice earth.
Shut up, Bob. Fucking expert. Yeah, I'm Bob. I'm the real veteran. You're just a fake little piece of shit. Can't even separate your colors. Yeah. You're just mixing mud. You're just throwing fucking poo all over this damn canvas. So damn bright. Can't do shit right. Can't do anything. Fucking, I don't care. We're doing green. Doing some dark green here. There's supposed to be a lot of black background layer here that's gonna make these things I can't even see like really stand out. Nope. That has completely disappeared. It's gone. It's all gone. Bob, breathe. Just breathe. Always tell me, just like the women that ride in the vet. Yeah, what woman? That vet's been in the garage for 2 fucking months. One day I'll
Dark sienna, a little
be able to fix it. I'm just gonna set that aside. You didn't wash his, I'm not gonna wash his or mine. You'll see.
Van Dyke brown. Pick up a little yellow ochre. Bunny rabbits live back here.
Yeah, let's get these sleeves back up.
Okay.
I'm ready, Bob.
I think that's about all we need for a little
Take me away.
side. Now that
Knife, brush can.
we put something over here. Tell you what, let's keep a lot of this in the brown tone state. That's so pretty.
Yeah.
Nice earth tones. We'll use some dark sienna, a little Van Dyke brown. Pick up a little yellow ochre.
Yellow ochre. That's
Yellow ochre. There. Maybe even at least a little touch of black in there.
touch of black. Mine's already like looks like poo. Are you kidding me, Bob? You want black in this fucking shit? Okay.
Fan brush. There we go.
Just
There we go.
carefully.
Both sides. Just back and forth.
Get some more of my poo in that poo color.
Maybe there's
Hey, I kind of made the color there.
trees. And they live right there. Just start with a little line. Use the corner of the brush. Just the corner.
Give me mixing this shit.
Look down. Apply more and more.
That's actually kind of a tree color. Not gonna lie.
There we are.
Take the fan brush,
There we go.
load that shit into our tree color. Just load up those bristles. Get those bristles nice and loaded.
Let's give him a little.
Yeah. Fucking love it, don't you? What the fucking trees
There
are?
he is. Okay. And just
Same thing.
decide
We're
how
just
many
gonna
trees you
use
think should live in your world.
corner of my
Sometimes
brush.
I like to do little evergreen trees where you can see parts of the trunk.
Just the corner.
Why just the
Maybe
corner
just
though?
tap
Oh,
it
'cause it's a
over.
big brush. You know.
Because trees don't
I'm
grow.
gonna use the back side. It's got paint on it too. We'll just bring that down.
Something
Get some more
big,
poo in
something
here.
Just what you got?
Bring down my poo
Something
color. You know, every little poo colored tree needs a friend, so we're gonna
See?
fucking make a poo tree right here. How about
Here beside him.
a little bit longer? A little bit
What
longer.
you got?
It's like-
Bigger.
Yeah.
And you just decide how many trees live in your world.
Farther down I go, the farther I'm just gonna
Put on the mix.
cover with poo colored trees. It's fine. It's fine. Bob
I like to make these
Bob
little
would make poo colored trees if he was as good as me, honestly. He's just not.
Looks like they all got together and started a
Oh,
little community or something.
okay.
Having a party or something. I don't know. They're having a good time though.
Every little poo tree needs a pooey friend. Fine. It's fine. Poo trees.
That'll be enough for
I'll fix it for you. Thanks, man. Yeah, come over here soon so you can just fix up my trees.
Nice clean dry brush. And I want to create the illusion of mist down here at the base.
Honestly, it's probably not going to be as terrible when it comes out as I think it is, but it's definitely nowhere near the quality I hoped. Oh my god, I just made a big gooey accident there.
All we want to do up here is diffuse. Down here we're getting tough and mean.
He's too far ahead for me. Oh no!
It's just
That's fine. We're good. We're fine. Guys, stop acting like things aren't fine. I'm gonna make a really big tall tree. I don't care about how his are. But I will kind of do what he did. He made one tree that doesn't got much going for it. You know, it's got a little thin area where there's no real branches on it. And we'll go in, same thing, I'm just gonna kind of make some extra lines in there, I guess. Maybe if I bring in some of my dark poo color over here, I can maybe bring out some of these? No? Is that not how mixing paint works? That's fine. I didn't want to mix paint anyways. Oh my god, it looks so bad. It's so bad. Oh. Glad I didn't teach this one for a class. Really bad. Holy shit, those look bad. Oh, thank God for you guys. You can't even see what it looks like. I got too much light source on my canvas. How about that? A little bit darker down there. God. Of course, I can't even see it. Now I'm realizing what we had going on here. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
put a couple on.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I like to make these little clumps.
Did that thing. I did that, Bob.
See
That all
evergreens
by
and
myself. I didn't even need your help.
Looks like they all got together and started a little community or something. Having a party or something. I don't know. They're having a good time. Okay. And that ought to be enough for our little area. But if you want more, you do. Nice clean dry brush. And I want to create the illusion of mist down here at the base.
Illusion of mist.
Down here at the base.
Okay.
Just like so. There. Just
Nice clean dry brush, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Just tapping it up.
That's
here,
pretty dry.
Softer.
I don't think I just painted myself.
Here.
Yeah.
What we want to do up here is diffuse. Down here we're getting tough and mean because we're destroying. Really softness here. You can probably hear the difference.
He wants me to literally beat this shit out.
Gentle.
And then lightly tap it up here, huh?
There.
Blend. Is that what we're doing? And then down here, just beat the shit out of it again.
Just a little bit of this. Just
The illusion
through here and there.
of mist.
And it'll make the indication.
Who knew
Really going
what I was alluding to when I started doing this? Now you know, though.
But this will turn a few trees into the.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna grab some of that dark shit.
There we go.
Put that in there. It's like that.
Let's get crazy. This is our world, so we can do anything.
Actually,
Maybe there's.
hold on.
Bush that lives right here. We'll just go.
It's actually kind of working. I'm not gonna lie. You probably can't even see it. I don't care. It's it is making some of my trees from the distance out a little bit more. Really, it's funny. Almost as if there are no mistakes. Just happy accidents. No. Someone should quote me on that. That's my new marketing term. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. I just made that up all by myself. Tell your friends. Nah.
Go back to little.
Alright, Bob.
There we go.
Who do you think you are? Beat it up. Yeah.
Let's get crazy.
He was once a beginner
We
too.
can do anything.
Patience, young Padawan.
Maybe there's a little bush that lives right here. We'll just go back to the little oval brush. Just
Oh yeah, highlights and stuff. That makes things like appear, yo.
bush that lives right there.
Oh, he was onto something.
Like so.
I'm gonna clean up my brush a little bit though, because mine's covered in just all the food colors you can imagine.
We'll just use this old 2-inch brush here.
Oh god, it just looks like diarrhea.
And I'm gonna go into a little bit of the yellow. Be right back.
Wait,
It'll just
is he not even using his little one now, or do you? I think he switched it up halfway when I wasn't paying attention.
It lives right here. We'll just
That punk. What an asshole. He's like,
make a little oval brush.
oh, right
This
here,
time
I'm gonna use some of this
indicate-
nice little oval brush. It's gonna be fine. Don't you worry about it, man.
So,
On a bucket. Chicken. Just a little bit much.
there.
Little bushes for life.
Tell you what. We'll just use this old 2-inch brush here. What the heck? You could use a 1-inch brush or a fan brush, whatever. And I'm gonna go into a little bit of the yellow. Be right back. Get a little sap green. Just mix all these different colors and give it a little push. There's a good shot right there. Just a little push. Get a little color right on the tips of the bristles. A little bit of color. All right.
I already got kind of green and shit in this area, so I didn't really want to bring more into it.
Grassy area now where it comes right down like that. And all you have to do,
Look at him. Oh, that's why he's doing this. He's
and the more that you tap, the darker it'll become.
looking to add in his world.
Black, it's already on the canvas.
I wasn't interested in adding myself.
Automatically.
My grass is a little bit yellower. That's fine though.
Once in a while,
It's also a little bit wetter.
at least a little touch of titanium black.
My world.
If you use too much,
My big
you lose the
fucking
brightness. So it looks like it's a little light.
green, yellow, pilly world.
And as we go down, get darker and lighter. Back in here, it's a shadow.
Oh my god, it's just so ugly.
Layer after layer after layer, little grassy areas. This is such a beautiful little spot.
Yeah, gonna beat that shit, gonna pour it in, gonna make some
This
grass.
is my world. I want to live right in
We're gonna make some grass.
What the heck? And we'll scrape out.
Look, he's already ready for a cabin.
a
Oh
basic-
my god, Bob. There's no time for cabins. There's a full happy little world to paint over here. You are freaking insane, Bob. I'll tell you what.
He's so fast.
I'll tell you what, Bob. God damn it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. That's just... Well, most of my trees are covered up, so that's cool. We'll just set our covered up tree little world over here, and let's follow along with whatever Bob thinks is right. So I'm gonna scrape off my super brown covered knife. It's got a lot of stuff on it. Go back and watch its form.
Designed for a little house, too.
Watch the video. Don't tell me I live my life, Katara. Come on.
I want a little house right here. If this is my
What
world,
do you
I want
think
to
you
live right in here. So let's just take a knife. What the heck? And we'll scrape out.
He's like, what the heck?
On
We'll
here,
just
scraping out a basic design.
hold on. Don't go scraping so fast, Bob.
Scraping out. Scraping out. I want a
No,
little
stop scraping it.
If this was.
Let's just watch Bob.
this
Let's
is
just
my
watch
world,
Bob.
I
You're
want to
right.
live Right in here. So let's just take a knife. What the heck? And we'll scrape
He's
out.
gonna go, double
We'll do
up,
it. Scraping out a basic design for a little house. Little.
design.
Might even be a little chalet type thing. I don't know.
I don't know. How the fuck? Okay. This is my first cabin ever, and it's on a very, very wet surface. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know what he's doing.
Scraping out. I'm gonna do.
Oh, he's scraping it. That's right.
I want a little house right here.
Scrape it.
If this is my world, I want to live right in here. So let's just take a knife. What the heck? And we'll scrape out. All I'm doing here is scraping out a basic design for a little house. Might even be a little chalet type thing. I don't know. What? No, we'll have it later. Just make a decision, drop it in. You can do anything.
I guess if I had a little house, it would kind of go in this little scraped out area.
Okay.
Maybe.
Here comes the front.
Jesus, man. Look at this guy. He is just great.
There goes.
You're right. I take it back.
Make a decision, drop it in. You could do anything here. A little bit of.
All right. He's grabbing some of these dark colors. We can do that. I can definitely get a roll of something going on here with a little bit of that. Something. I don't know. Come on, Bob.
Brown.
He's just gonna
Put the back bead in first. Just that.
I can do that too. I can You wanna watch me Yeah. Yeah. Look at me. I made a little Little
Okay.
He's gonna make his other always going straight down for that I'm going straight down too. Watch me. Watching haters wonder why Bob got the game locked. Okay. And, where's he doing the gentle whisper thing? No, I think he's digging some of that in. Sure.
On there. There it goes.
Goes.
Pushing this paint into the fabric. Don't worry about the bottom. We'll do a cabinectomy when we get to that point, and then we'll make big decisions. There we go. Just whack it.
He's like, push it in, push it in.
And take. Now we need the other side of the roof. There it is. It comes to about there. I don't know.
About here, there, it's true.
Wherever.
Yeah, he has that. It's kind of like at that angle. And cabins are hard. I don't care what people say. So, try to scrape out some of this extra here. I know what happens when you got a lot of paint going on. You get a little crazy. I got my own techniques, okay? Don't judge. Don't judge. My cabin's a little, wasn't built by a man who was completely there in the head, you know?
Some sides over here. Let's really get crazy. Maybe this guy put a little room out here on this little house, so we can do that too. Maybe it comes from right here. See, got another little area. That easy. That's what's so fantastic about this. You can change your mind, do anything that you want, make up little stories. Just let these.
If you
things
say
happen.
so.
Let it come down. And all we're doing is just blocking in color. That's really all we're doing. That's all we're doing. There.
Kind of looks like it's,
Let's take.
we'll see once we get violets on there, I guess. Maybe it'll come out a little bit more.
Dark sienna. Let's mix those
I
together.
think I'm mostly just kind of drawing it in
Put a
to
little touch of yellow ochre.
visualize at this point.
Beautiful.
It might
day
come
here.
out.
Hope
It might.
that's where you're at.
Alright.
We'll just sparkle this.
He's going all crazy with his colors again, as Bob do.
So, okay, now then, let's take some bright red, some dark sienna. Let's mix those together, like so. I'm gonna put a little touch of yellow ochre in there too. It's such a beautiful day here. Hope it is where you're at. We'll just sparkle this up. Cut off our little roll of paint, just a small roll of paint. And let's begin coming right down here, barely touching, barely touching, no pressure.
In the whole mountain
No
thing.
pressure at all, like so. Maybe even a little touch more of the yellow ochre, and shoot, we'll even put a little white in there. I want this to
Giving it a
sparkle.
little bit of color.
Oh, that's it. That's
Or that
it,
yellow
that's it.
ochre. Actually, I don't really have too much paint here altogether. So let's just keep on mixing it in. A little bit more dab of that red. Kind of marble it in there.
Put a
I
little
really
bit
do like the
in
yellow
there.
ochre like he does too.
Maybe there's a little dark area.
He's onto something there.
You can do that.
That red, man, it does take over pretty quickly though.
Got to put something on the roof for that. I'm just going to take some black and titanium white and just mix it together. Put a little bit of the Van Dyke brown there just to give it, ooh. Leave it marbled. Don't over mix it. And we'll come right down here, and all you do is touch and just let it bounce.
Touch.
Got to make that little noise.
Oh, can I pause it there before he gets too far ahead? Yeah. Okay. Oh. He made his roof go that way. Maybe I can fix that. We'll see. Okay. I kind of did it. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of stuff going on there. I'm gonna get some coffee. Oh man, I don't usually paint this light. Oh. At first I was iffy about your painting, but now, yeah, now you're really into it, right? Now that I've gone too far.
In between these two. You can do that. Now, gotta put something on the roof for that. I'm just gonna take some black and titanium white. Just mix it together.
I just kind
A
of
little bit of the Van Dyke brown there just to give it,
press that over there.
leave it marble.
You said black in there?
Mix it.
Really? What that does?
Come right down here.
Oh, it does kind of make that a funky little color.
Bounce. Bloop, 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 bloop. Gotta make that little noise so it doesn't.
Oh shit.
Just touch it and let the knife.
I guess that funky little color is called gray to some people. I know. I'm not super savvy with
See?
colors.
That's all there is to it. On this part of the roof.
That's actually the. I failed out of that class.
Touch.
Pretty hard in college. Pretty hard. Wish I was there, man. Hey, how's it going, boss? Good to see you in here. How you doing? How you been? Hey! I did the t-t-does like he did. It totally worked. Pow! Pow! Bam! I'm gonna see if I can use that same ta-ta-ta-ta to completely change the shape of this roof that I drew. We'll find out. Kinda worked. Kinda worked. You just gotta ta-ta-ta in the right places sometimes. Totally worked!
Oh my goodness, look at that cabin in the middle of the woods. Looks so much like his.
And once again, just let it bounce. Let it bounce.
I mean, it really did kind of... I ain't even kidding right there.
There we go. All right. Now, this is a much darker color. And we'll come right in here. Same color, but darker. And put in the front of this rascal. And sometimes on these edges...
I'm just trying to make my different angles and stuff kind of stand out a little bit.
So they really stand out.
I just wanted to stand out that this is a roof.
The edges stand
That's
out
all.
from each other.
You say he got kind of a darker color. And he's just kind of a... Yeah, he's playing up his corners, just like I am. We're in a good spot. Let's do the same thing. Let's kind of go in and grab just my darker colors again and maybe try to add some more layer onto this. My mom fell asleep on the couch by me. Oh goodness, so tired. Tired of my painting. Tired of this shit little world I made. I would be too. It's fine. It's fine. This would bore me to sleep too, honestly. I was staying here watching some guy, personality disorder in here, just trying to make his own little world, trying to pretend to be someone he's not. I'd fall asleep too. That's fun. Well done, young grasshopper. You are improving every day. Thanks, man. I think my last week's is my favorite, and I could see it. I had it hanging up on the wall over there, drying. I'm in love with it. This one, I'm definitely gonna want to retackle in the future. It's still very mud mixy, and it's the same thing that happened with my first painting, kind of. This one's just got so much thinner on it. So things didn't really stick out as well. That's how you learn. You just gotta try.
Shoot, we got a heck of a little house there. That's
Yeah.
coming along pretty nice. We'll take a little bit of the Van Dyke brown and let's make an indication of some boards here.
Okay.
There we are.
Yeah, I can get some Van Dyke brown up in there.
Look like
I can make boards.
Now, if you want to soften that, if you want to make it look very soft and smooth, you can take the large brush and lightly, barely caressing the canvas, just pull gently down.
You just take his dry brush and soften it. Is that what I just missed?
You know what we need?
Pretty sure you did.
And lightly, barely caressing the canvas. Just pull gently down.
Just gently.
Gently down.
That worked. Very gently.
What we need,
No
the
biggie.
door. Gotta have a way to get in there. So
And grab his darks again.
we'll put us in a little door.
Little door.
There.
And start
Cover it
sideways.
around there with a little bit of light color, just to make that little door stand out.
Mine's a little muddy.
Tell you what, over here maybe there's a window. When he put that section of the house in, maybe he wanted the way to look out,
Go.
see all this beautiful scenery. There we go. A few little board indications over here.
Oh, he's getting those light colors too. He's really playing with it right now. I like that. He's really playing with it. There's so much you can do. Crazy. I think we could do the same thing. I think you just grab some of that weird kind of grayish, whatever color I made earlier. Grab a bit of that and plop it on there all nice. You get a little bit on this small little edge. Bit out. Yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. Cabin, I think, is actually turning out better than a lot of the other stuff, which is good because I think it's going to become the focal point. Really textured too, which I like. The last painting I made was not a texture painting at all, and that's intentional. That's how it's supposed to be. But I like the texture. I don't know. I think it's cool. Put this stuff kind of up on there. Muddy it up a little bit. That's fine. Ooh, a little too unfine though. A little too muddy there. Uh-oh. Fine. Fine, I can fix this. I can fix this. Just get a little paint on there. Reapply. Reapply it. I can fix this. It's fine! It's fine. Just leave it alone. I like it. I love it. Take a shot for me. Not today, buddy. Not today. We're just on coffee this time. By the way, you can slow-mo videos on YouTube in setting. You can. That's true. Did you just find that out? I actually don't have any of these on YouTube. I may have the first episode I ever did on there somewhere under a different old handle.
That's not a bad looking little house. Sort of like that.
These.
This is where you make a big decision and decide where everything's at.
Yep, same thing. Ha! Beat you to it, Bob. Beat you to it.
There. Now we go back into our brush that has the greens and the yellows and all.
That's my yellows. My green and yellow brush.
There we are. Just tap. Load the brush with colors.
I think it's just gonna add
Up here.
land to go up on it. Yeah.
Okay, we can begin laying in some little grassy areas all around the little cabin. There we go. Just sort of let them happen. Very dark back here. Yeah, this guy's like me. He don't cut his yard very well. I'm the world's worst yard keeper. There we go. You know what we need in here? We need a way to get to that place. Shoot, I'd like to put him out there and leave him.
Just gonna try to get these darker colors up over here.
Use a fan brush.
It's a lot of the stuff really is not gonna stick out as
I have one laying here and it's dirty.
layers and pass and stuff, but that's fine. It is what it is.
Here.
It didn't get very layered this time around. It's all part of how wet the canvas is. So important not to be like that. I'm just trying to add in a little bit more depth. Actually, you know what? When I step back, it's really not too bad. It really isn't. Okay, that's fine with that. Let's move on to whatever Bob's doing here. Looks like he's trying to make a path. Oh Lord! I would like Chris to date my mom so I could call him dad.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, please. No, we're gonna make a path right here.
I thought your mom's gay though. Oh no. I. Oh.
Well, I'll show you. I'll take a knife. Take a little bit of the.
Is your mom gay?
Very gently. Very gently. Very gently. Just caress. Just very caress. Just enough to give a little color. There.
Oh, sure. I got a second knife. I can do that.
All right. Now then, back to our little 2H brush. And just begin tapping.
Probably actually won't blend as well this way just because of
Thinking about the lay of the land, though. That's very important.
how do you do that? I'm kind of moving on. I didn't really watch the technique on that.
Very gently. Just caress. Just very caress. Just enough to give a little color. There. All right. Now then, back to our old 2H brush.
Yeah, I didn't really follow that super well, so I got some really interesting
Thinking about
shapes
the lay of
going
the
on
land.
here.
That's very important. Just
Crazy
very
stuff.
2H brush. There.
What? How, Bob?
Very gently.
How?
Very gently.
You foolish.
Very gently.
You weird, Bob.
Caress.
I don't know how you do it.
Just very caress. Just enough to give a little color. There.
Because usually these paths don't have so much color on it.
Old 2H brush.
Fuck it.
And just begin
Fuck it.
tapping. Just begin tapping.
He's my
Lay
dad.
of the land, though. That's very important. There we go. Okay, just fill these areas in. Okay, once again, the more you tap this, the darker it'll become. But if you work with this a little bit, you can make it as smooth as velvet. But just like little soft grassy areas where make you want to take your shoe off and run through the through there with naked foots. Grass feels good when it touches on your foot. Over on this side, don't want it left out.
Actually, really not too bad. Like when I step back, once again, like all this things, different. But stepping back, it's really not too bad.
There's a little bump. Doop, doop.
Not too
Just by
bad.
changing the angle, though, you can make the indication of a little bump right there.
I want to take some of my
All kind of little
Indian
hills.
yellow out of this area and kind of create a new
There we go.
color mixture section.
Tell you what.
I like that color and I haven't really used it much.
On the brush, a little bit of the. We'll use a little titanium white. Maybe there's a little birch tree that lives.
Green is so strong, actually.
Shoot, maybe there's a little clump
crazy.
of birch trees. We don't know. Just
All
put two or
down
three
in
little
there.
trees there. There we go.
Oh, he's moving on to birches.
Like s-
That birch. Yeah, I didn't really use too much of this Indian yellow. It is a really pretty color. I should maybe try to bring that in a little. It's I don't know. That off. I make a really liquidy white. I think that's what he's doing right now. Pretty sure he's just a
shoot up
just a
with
white for those little things in the background.
and run through these there. However many that lives.
Little script liner.
Liner bright. All kind of little hills here and there. There we go. Now then, tell you what. Let's take, we'll use our little script liner brush, a little bit of the, we'll use a little titanium white. Maybe
Yep.
there's a little birch tree that lives
Little titanium white.
right there. Shoot, maybe there's a little clump of birch trees, we don't know. Just put 2 or 3 little trees there, however many you want in your world. There they go.
Yeah, keep on kind of going back and reapplying.
Now then, we'll just use that oval brush again. Shoot, that's working so well today. A little bit of color, We'll just put the indication here and there. Look at that. See? A few little leaves on that tree. Don't even.
It makes some of my trees kind of go out
This
the edge
side
there.
needs something over here. Tell you what, we got a minute left here. Maybe over here.
Oh man, he is so just getting into that shit. Fine though. I really have a clean brush for this. I'm honestly kind of running out of my yellows. But we'll do what we can. Oh. We'll see. Fine. I don't need to get more color. A little bit. I'll kind of touch up that area a bit. Yeah, fuck it.
There's a
Oh, we slowing down now. We're getting there. We're almost through it.
and it's still there.
Get a little more of my browns, my poos.
Maybe there's a couple posts.
Same thing. Yeah, we'll make a couple
Maybe there's 3 posts.
posts up here.
Keep going here, we'll have them.
I can do that. I can make posts.
And we have a little light playing through here. There's a light source, so we know exactly where the light's coming from in this painting. Just touch. And begin putting a little bit of highlight on
See, you can even see here. It's not great for instruction in this video because he,
on this one.
some of his stuff there, you can't even really see what he's doing.
And hole number 3 here.
But he's basically just showing that the light's coming from a certain direction, so you need to put it on from a certain direction. Kind of like that.
Back to our liner
Kind
brush.
of.
We'll use a little brown.
Ain't perfect,
Whatever.
but it works.
See if that stands out enough. Yeah, I'm going to add a little white.
Did
there.
a little,
It's too dark.
and we need thinner in there so it'll stick on.
Indication that maybe there's still a little wire
Brown.
through here. There we go.
You went with white afterwards, and we can do the same.
Tell you what, while we got that old brush going, we're still using Van Dyke brown. There's a fence back here, maybe. Yep.
Get some white on there.
And it goes right over the hill. We don't know where it goes.
Let's just put that right on
I
top.
don't know that we care. Shoot, we'll put some nice old rails across there. Choom.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Let's stop for a second. He's getting a little Bobby on me.
3.
Getting a little Bobby away. Oh, Bob. The paint sticks to thick paint. Yep. That's why I was trying to put a little bit thinner on it. Yeah, he's already kind of gone ahead with a lot of stuff. Actually, this is usually what happens when I stop caring as much about following him, like bit for bit. That's usually when some of the stuff actually starts coming together a little bit more. Notice that in like just about every painting I've done. Like, I stopped caring so much about being perfect. I stopped beating my, paint and stuff to death, and it comes out a little bit better. Gotta remember that each time. Gotta remember that.
Brown and white, so it stands out.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment, Schmuckle. I do appreciate
We're
that.
still using-
I want to rework these trees in the back here too, and I'll probably do that afterwards.
Yep, you're right. Fence here that
But I do think some of this later stuff is coming together a lot better than I anticipated. I started off
I don't know that
really thinking that, man, I fucked it up really early on. This would be a rough episode.
Choom.
But some of it's not too bad.
There they go. Right on. Maybe it's 3. There. And we can put the least little touch of color up on top of that. Something like
There.
so.
Same thing. Keep it thin, keep it washed.
Oh,
Grab a little of my white.
just take. I'll use
Layers.
the green, a little bit of the black. I'll get at least a little touch of phthalo blue.
Oh, that's a bit there.
Oh, yeah, that makes it nice dark.
He's going on to some more grassy areas. I'll stop for a second there. Go back. Grab a little bit more of my red, just a touch. I kind of want to do the same thing, just the smallest. A little bit. Not bad. Not bad. That's not bad, ain't it? Not bad at all. Okay. Bob doesn't get as much time, so whenever he's done, I'm definitely gonna go back and keep on playing with mine.
And we'll just add, oh yeah, Little phthalo blue, really sparkly.
I'm pretty sure he just made like a phthalo mixture. Cause I didn't really use the phthalo blue.
There. Now then. Okay. Let's just take. I'll use a little green, a little bit of the black. I'll get at least a little touch of phthalo blue and put in there too. Oh yeah, that makes a nice dark green.
I didn't use very much black either today.
Little phthalo blue, really sparkled it. Put a little touch.
A little bit of that phthalo blue, you said?
So the little post has something to set
I'm
on.
making a lot of paint here.
Left out.
That's fine though.
Tell you what. Just take a little paint thinner. We'll go right into some bright red here. And I think we'll sign this one.
You did bring it back. Thanks, Katara.
Luckily I have a
Get
brush
that.
so it's quite
Yeah, I
easy
mean,
to
it's still different, but
make your paint as
I mean,
thin.
he's finished with his now. But gosh, I learned so much from this. I mean, once again, just thin. The more thinner and stuff you have on here, man, it can mix mud and stuff so quickly. And it all starts at the very beginning because that magic white and stuff has so much thinner built into it. The more layers like this I'm adding on, just trying to correct it. They're probably, making it a little bit rougher, but that's fine. I'm at the point now, since he's done with his, I'm just going in and seeing, what can I do to my own little world at this point to try to bring some of that extra life back that I missed out on. I want to bring some of that dark over here. Not going to get very detailed, unfortunately, because of the nature of my beast. But maybe I need to work on these trees, and I think I know what I need to do. I'm going to take some of my brown pooey stuff over here from my very dark brown, the Van Dyke. I'm going to try to work in some trees there. These are a lot more faded. My painting didn't really come out that way, so I need to improvise a little bit. I need to show that this isn't just a clusterfuck of stuff over here, but this is mildly intentional. So I'm gonna kind of cut in a couple extra twigs and stuff out there. Maybe not all straight this time. I don't want them to just be lines. I do that a lot in my old paintings. I add in these little lines, but I don't give them enough life. I may end up regretting this, I may not. I don't think I will though. I think as long as I keep my super dark ones like kind of in this back corner here, it'll work out. Kind of making a thick tree. Yeah, let's add a little thick tree out there. I like that. Really holding this knife at a weird angle. That's fine. I want something that really brings the foreground out a bit more. I'm gonna have a little bravery test. When you give yourself the approval to make the mistakes, the faster you learn and improve. Damn right, good words, man. Yeah, I tend to start off just like so hypercritical that I don't give myself a chance to go back and really, learn what I did. Or I don't give myself a chance to come back and improve upon my mistakes. But yeah, I'm like, in all these little episodes, at some point, I do. At some point, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. And I don't have to live with it, being something I don't care about. You gotta remember, I actually learned some of these techniques from watching these videos, so why am I acting like I need to follow along bit for bit with everything he's doing? I should know how to fix a lot of this. Let's prove it to myself. Let's grab a little red out here. Grab a nice bit of brown. What's left of my little putty mixture over here. Maybe just bring back the rest of that yellow and mix it in. Not super bright, but it might be enough to create a bit of a highlight on here. Or it just may make it muddy, who knows? Yeah, it's a little muddy, but it did kind of work. It's just because there's so much color on here. If I really want to fix it, I think I could try to give it like a neck paintectomy, you know? Take off some of that extra. Got so much going on in here, it's just hard to tell at some point. Really do learn like what colors like take control. I think that red can really take control, but not over the browns. Browns will kill it quickly. What if I grab a little bit of my white, or a lot of it of my white in there? What happens then? Okay. I'm making like a peachy color. Not better for a highlight though. Not bad for a highlight at all. Not bad at all. Not bad. Okay. What else can I do? I just feel like this whole section over here just was not standing out at all. So muddy, I can't even tell where this hill ends. What can you do, Chris? What can you do, Bob? Just kidding. Darkness adds layers, alright? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. A little bit of that blue in there. He did. I'm just kind of making a mess over here, but that's fine. I'm towards the end. I want to see what happens. We're talking a lot of paint right now. Let's grab a dry brush. Make some of the paint off here. Clean it up a little bit. Devil. Test it. It's nice to try it. And dude, look at all this. It's just so thin. There's so many brush strokes. Could even that out a little bit, you know? What can I do? And at some point, and I didn't really see him. I know in the video, must have missed it. He does add a little bit of white, actually, onto the tips of his grass tops. Just the smallest bit. Oh my god. Remember him doing that. I watched this once before I started, you know? And next time you can do it even more effective. That's true. One thing I tell the classes when I have people here too is that like less is more. And I'll have to remember that for next time again. I have to kind of like tell myself like less is more. Less is more. If I add too much of this in here, I'm gonna add like all this white and it's just get too much. Stab it off. I'll lose too much of this. Step back for a second. we got going on. The path is bugging me. I think I want to make this entire area actually really light like this. First, I just want a little bit of it, but I've decided that I really do want it light over there because of the light. Tara's wise words of the day. The difference between a pro and a rookie is the pro has made more mistakes. Really good, man. That's really good. Actually, when I take a picture of this and put it on Instagram or whatever, that's exactly what's gonna go beside it. Pro has made more mistakes. Okay. Well, we don't have to live with it, you know? It's make some more mistakes together.
Lose the effectiveness of this. So it looks like it's
That's
a
where
little
he,
world.
that's where I missed that.
Shot right there. Just a little push. Get a little color right on the tips of the bristles. A little bit of color. All right. Now then, let's make a big decision. Maybe there's a nice grassy area in our world, and it comes
Yeah, it was nice grass.
right down like it. And all you have to do is just tap. And the more that you tap, the darker it'll become, because it's going to mix with that black that's already on the canvas, and that'll happen automatically for you. Automatically. There we go. Now, once in a while, make a little sparkle. Add at least a little touch of titanium white, but very little. If you use too much, you'll lose the effectiveness of this. So it looks like there's a little light just zinging right through that. And as we go down, get darker and darker. Back in here, it's in the shadows. We don't want much back in here. Very quiet back in there. But you just put layer after layer after
Definitely
layer.
lost a lot of
grassy
that.
areas.
Turned into a very
There. You know what? This is such a beautiful little spot. Maybe. Tell you what, let's do. Shoot, I'm going to do it.
has so much depth
I want a
to
little
it.
house
It's
right
crazy.
If this is my world.
Yo, dog, when you done swagging up this canvas, you getting on tonighty? Yeah, probably.
I want
Yeah.
to here scraping out. a
Yeah,
basic
whenever I'll probably be fishing up here soon, but it's gonna take me a while, man, because I gotta clean up.
chalet.
That takes the most time over anything.
We'll have it later.
So I'll let you know when I get on, but don't expect it for a while.
Do anything here. A little bit of
Swaggy up this canvas.
Yeah.
We'll put the back eve in first.
I do.
Easy.
I mean, it's fine. It's not too bad. It's just
Straight edge right
I feel like there's always more I could do.
goes. And I'm pushing this paint into the fabric. Don't worry about the bottom.
But I think my problem is I've wetted it up so much. Make like a little bush or something over there.
Right off when we get ready. See there?
And little bushes there too.
Now we need the other side of the roof.
Thin this out.
There it is. It comes to about there. I don't know.
Mix in my browns, you know. Get that nice and paint thinned up.
Some sides over here. Let's really get crazy. Maybe this guy put a little room out here on this little house, so we can do that too. Maybe it comes from right here. See, got another little area. That easy.
Having fun with it at this point.
That's what's so fantastic about this. You can change your mind, do anything that you want, make up little stories. Just let these things happen.
My story is that there were bushes out here all along. I just hadn't
All we're
painted
doing
yet.
is just blocking in
Nope.
color. That's really all we're doing. That's all we're doing. There.
Kind of working. I'm kind of am fixing it the way I want to.
Let's take some.
This is the
bright
biggest area I
red,
still want to fix before I turn off tonight, though.
red, some dark sienna.
I'm gonna watch them a little bit
Let's
more
mix
and
those
kind of
together.
watch them go through it
I'm
again.
gonna put a little touch of
The
yellow
path just doesn't look like it actually gets
beautiful over
darker.
Here. I hope it is where you're
I
at.
think I just told myself what's wrong with it.
We'll just sparkle this up.
I think it should be darker up close,
A little
farther
bit.
away from the light, you know?
Just a small roll of paint. And let's begin coming right down here.
Not get darker at
Barely
all.
touching. Barely touching. No pressure. No pressure at all. Like so. Maybe even a little touch more of the yellow ochre.
Oop.
Shoot, we'll even put a little
Might
white.
just
I want
bring
it
it
to
into mud.
sparkle a little more. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
Bob, I love you.
Look at that. Isn't that something? There we go. And over here, in there. Maybe there's a little dark area in between these two. You can do that. Now, got to put something on the roof for that. I'm just going to take some black and titanium white and just mix it together. Put a little bit of the Van Dyke brown there just to give it, ooh, leave it marbled. Don't over mix it. And we'll come right down here, and all you do is touch and just let it bounce. Got to make that little noise. That won't work. Just touch it and let the knife just bounce with it.
Gonna make some browns.
Look at that. See? That's all there is to it.
Bushes have
This
little
part of
twigs
the
in
roof,
there,
since it comes this
cause
way,
it's my bush.
and once again,
I do what I want. Gonna make it really thin, just thin. Sticks to thick. Yeah.
there we go.
Bush doesn't really stand out because I don't really have a lot of background on it.
This
I know what to do, though.
the color.
I know how to do this.
Put in here, same color, but dark.
You just add highlights.
Put it in front of this rascal.
Pretend that dark is the background. It's not standing out.
So they really stand out.
Something has to be different.
So the edges stand out from each other. Darken this one a little bit.
Right? How you do that? I don't know.
Get a heck of a bounce there.
Same with
Coming
these.
along pretty nice. We'll take a little bit of the Van Dyke brown. And let's make
Get a little bit of that crimson in there or something. Let's see what color that makes. Doesn't make a color. I got like no paint left on here.
Okay. Look like it's old boards. Now if you want to soften that, if you want to make it look very soft and smooth, you can take the large brush and lightly, barely
Chill music.
just pull
Bad.
it gently down.
Bad.
Gently down. You know what we need? We need a door. Gotta have a way to get in there. So that easy. We'll put us in a little door. There. Just cut right around there with a little bit of light color.
Not too bad.
Just to make that little door
Not
stand.
bad.
Shoot, tell you what.
I don't think I'm gonna do this on caffeine again though.
When you put that section of the house
Let me
in,
pretend that was a problem.
another way to look out.
Maybe it'll relax
See
a
all
little bit more when I do
beautiful
this.
scenery.
I haven't really focused around.
The little board indications over here.
Ugh. That looks muddy.
A little touch of roof on the other side. Got it?
I'm being it to death at this point.
Stands out.
Alright, well, you know what? That's all good there.
Bad looking no house.
Pretty chill day. Guitarra,
So,
Muckleberry,
we are cabinectomy.
Happy Crappy Hana, everyone that stopped in today. Definitely appreciate you guys coming back as usual.
Fix up your perspective and your shade.
I don't think it turned out too bad in the end. Maybe we can change this camera a little bit.
There. Now we go
See
back
if you
into
guys
the
can
brush
see it a
size.
little
We
bit
can really yellow
more as
some
I
of that.
do. Not exactly the same as his, a little muddy. I think I'm gonna let it dry, and I may go back and play with it some more later.
Hey, we
Only thing we're missing at this point,
grassy areas all around
technically,
the little cabin.
signature.
There. Just sort of
Clean our brush off.
back here.
It's covered in bright
This
red.
guy's like me, he don't cut his yard very well. I'm the world's worst yard keeper.
Made a lot of thinner. Gotta be like water.
You know what we need in here? We need a way to get to that.
More.
house.
More.
Shoot, I'm about to put
More.
him in there and leave him deserted.
There
Just
we
take some Van Dyke brown. We just use a fan brush. You could use a knife and do this if you wanted to. I'm just gonna use a fan brush because I don't want it laying here and it's dirty. We'll just lay in a little brown, have a little pad that
There.
comes right out here.
About right here.
Well, I'll show you. I'll show you. We take a knife, take a little bit of the browns and whites, and very gently, just caress. Just barely caress, just enough to give it
That'll
a
do.
color.
Coolio kids. Thanks everyone for sticking by. Got the signature on there. It was a pretty chill day. Not too bad.
With your brush,
Little mud mixing, but we learned a lot from it.
just begin.
And yeah, I hope you guys all have a good one. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day.
Very important.
It should be another day where I got like
There we go.
5+ people around here.
Just fill these.
We're gonna paint, I think, an ocean sunrise, like a California ocean sunrise. I think it's actually gonna turn out a lot better than this one did today. This one I knew was a really difficult one going into it, but I need a challenge. I've been doing stuff that's been fairly
And run through the.
simple for the past couple streams, I guess. I really want something. This was definitely above my level. I knew that going into it.
Don't want it left out.
And I think if I step back a little bit, I'm gonna like this a lot more than I do right now and really appreciate
All together.
what I was able to do at this point in my painting career.
Make the indication
All these little happy accents are
right there.
all just learning lessons. So thank you guys for stopping by, Guitarra.
It's here and there.
You're freaking awesome. You're here all the time. I appreciate it.
Now then, tell you what.
Ciao. Maybe I'll let you guys just kind of look at it for a second, and then we'll call it good.
We'll use a little touch.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's a
Turn
little
off
birch
these
tree
lights.
that lives right there. Shoot, maybe there's a little clump of birch trees. We don't know. Just put two.
Actually, it's not bad once the lights are off.
However many you want.
Really not too bad.
There they go.
Just have to fix up the grass a little in the middle.
Now then, we'll just
Like, are you talking the right side? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like right here, this kind of grass hill just seems to kind of not fit in. You can't tell.
a few little leaves.
I mean, obviously it ends right there just because of the angles, but
This side
it's
needs
not
some-
super obvious. And I think I need to maybe take a knife, scrape away some of the paint in this road,
Big old
see if I can just
post. Maybe it was a
redo
fence at
that.
one time.
But honestly, yeah, once the lights are off, not too bad. I'm really glad I added in these extra little lines of trees out here.
Maybe it's
Um, It gave that mud a little bit more character. I actually really like this little stupid highlight I threw on this bush here.
Exactly where the light's coming from. and it's painted.
The post turned out pretty good.
And begin putting a little
Bad.
bit
This is
on
what, painting number 5?
the side,
Did the mountain summit,
a bit on this window.
did Not Quite Spring, did Golden Rays of Sunshine, 2 versions, black and white and a color. I'm just gonna count it as
On
one.
top of our post, we'll
Did
put
the
a-
campfire. And now I did, what are we calling this one? New Day's
Go
Dawn,
back to our liner brush.
painting number 5.
Yeah, we'll use a little brown.
Not bad. Cool. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Should be 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a little white to that.
We'll have a lot of people here. We'll have a lot of fun.
Just to put
This one was a little bit later, so I actually
running through
think
here.
it's great that you guys were here with how late it was. We'll catch you then. We'll let Bob Ross just kind of carry us out for a little bit.
Brown and white, so it stands out a little.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Tell you what, while we got that old brush going, we're still using Van Dyke Brown. There's a fence back here, maybe. Yep, you're right. Maybe there's a fence here that, and it goes right over the hill. We don't know where it goes. Don't know that we care. Shoot, we'll put some nice old rails across there. Choom. There they go. Right on. Maybe it's 3. There. Then we can put the least little touch of color up on top of that. Something like so. There. Now then. Okay. Let's just take. I'll use a little green, a little bit of the black. I'll get a least little touch of phthalo blue and put in there too. Oh, yeah, that makes a nice dark green. And we'll just add, oh yeah, little phthalo blue, really sparkle it. Put a little touch right down here at the base of that. So the little post has something to set on. Don't want it left out. Tell you what, take a little paint thinner. We'll go right into some bright red here. And I think we'll sign this one. It's about finished. Luckily I have a very short name, so it's quite easy to do. But make your paint as thin as ink once again. So I hope you've enjoyed this painting. It's quite interesting. It'll give you a little challenge and let you use all the equipment. So from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting